Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Monday session. We have our guitar today because we're doing a class on the thyroid. So we're going to sing and warm up the thyroid a little bit. So let's get into a comfortable position on your mat. And whenever you're ready. So today we also have a double theme. We have a theme for the mind, which is self-surrender, Ishvara Pranidana. And we have for the physical body, the theme of the thyroid, which is great to combine together to have the self-surrendering of the mind so that the thyroid can be released. So we're going to start with a prayer. So sit in a comfortable position, spine straight, sit bones, heart, and your head all in one line. And shift your weight to your sit bones. So you're kind of like engaging your stomach a little bit here. And just close your eyes. Now keeping your eyes closed, begin focusing on your breath in the center of your chest. Focus on the inhales and focus on the exhales. And whenever you're ready, bring in the palm of your hands in front of your chest and begin rubbing it vigorously as to generate some heat. And then whenever you're ready, cupping your eyes. And then in the palm of your hands, blink open your eyes. And then open your fingertips a little bit to allow a little bit more light in, and blink open your eyes again. And whenever you're ready, just drop your hands down. All right. Woohoo! We are ready for some practicing. So, as mentioned today, the theme of today's physical yoga practice is going to be on the thyroid. I have probably the most clients that I have thyroid issues, including myself, which is actually why perhaps I'm able to support or like attracts like. And so whether thyroid conditions can be of varying degrees, Mine is relatively mild, but most of my clients have more severe cases where they're on medication, or they suffer from really large hormonal and metabolism kind of imbalances. So today's physical yoga practice is going to kind of work on the thyroid gland, like trying to bring like blood circulation more to this level, to massage it a little bit so as to kind of like activate it. Depending on whether you're hypothyroid or hyperthyroid, you need to be careful of how you feel. So as you're doing this practice, really notice how you're feeling. If you feel that this practice is not rubbing you in the right way, just let it go. Just drop it like it's hot. Just pause the video and just be like, I'm about, we don't need to finish this. But for some, it will feel really great. So it doesn't mean that having sensations on this area as you do this practice is necessarily a bad thing. But it's just that if those sensations bring discomfort, that's when you're gonna want to stop. So that's a little short warning before doing this practice. And yeah, so for our theme, so in general, the throat chakra is the heavens portion of the body. So the lower three chakras, the sit bones, the solar plexus, and the navel chakra and the solar plexus, these three are, we call them earth chakras. So they're all about to do with survival, reproduction, and like basically willpower. Whereas starting from the heart up, so heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakra, these are all have to do with the heavens. So when we think about the throat is actually kind of like an engine of God, of the universe, of soul, of like the super consciousness, whatever you want to call it. We're not particular here about the wording of it. But at the throat chakra, it's essentially a higher territory. So whenever we block this region, we don't want to say things to certain people because it might sound rude or whatever. We're literally, you can think of it as we're blocking access of God. Even sometimes when it's something that's like uncomfortable. I don't think anyone should be intentionally malicious with their words. That is, of course, not what we're speaking about here. But we're talking about things of being authentic and being truthful, in which the possibility of you hurting someone else's feelings is high. This is something that we kind of are on this planet to like be mirrors to each other, right? So, and this is very difficult for people to express their thoughts because they don't want to hurt someone, so they suppress it. And there's a lot of energetics that kind of happen here that get clogged in this area, in this portion of the body. So really what we want to do is kind of with the surrendering practice, we want to just allow ourselves to just kind of like surrender whatever we want to say to a higher power, to purify, to cleanse, to eliminate some of them, and then to just kind of distill the gems. So what we're going to do in the first practice is literally just focus our attention on our throat or the thyroid. And the thyroid is literally a gland that just sits right on top of the thyroid. It's like a butterfly shaped organ. It deals with our hormones, metabolism, blood, our body temperature. It regulates many things in the body, and just this small, tiny little guy can really mess up your whole system. So having this gland in check, or doing practices that would help support its function, goes a long way. So just taking our focus right now on our throat, on our thyroid, like a little bit above our clavicles, basically. And just focus on this region of the body and begin connecting with it. And notice if there's any sensations here. You might even notice a lump here, or like you want to cry, but you're not able to, or it's like a lump in the throat and you keep swallowing, that like goes to show that there's like a lot of emotion there that you're trying to like hold down. And I want you to like feel into it. Feel into this area of the body. And I want you in your mind to tell it, I see you. I'm here for you. I see you. And I'm here for you. And again, you want to notice what kind of sensations are arising. Maybe before you didn't notice a lump, but then now you do. And just breathe into this space. It's such a tiny little area in the body, but when it's blocked, it stops from many things from going up to the upper chakra, which is our third eye and our crown chakra, which can often give us headaches. One of the typical symptoms of a thyroid issues is having like perpetual non-ending headaches. And it's really because energy gets stuck here between connecting the body to the head. And so for us to keep an open flowing channel is really helpful. And just by placing your attention on it, can really just begin moving energy around. So whenever you are ready, I'd like you to kind of rotate your head in a circular motion. This is actually a very simple posture, but it's like one of the best to just massaging the thyroid organ. Do it in a clockwise rotation for 4 counts. You can even match it with your breath so that on the exhale, your breath is coming down, your head is coming down. On the inhale, when your neck is going backwards, and then exhale down. Now go in the opposite direction. Inhale, head goes around and back, and then exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it around and back, and you might want to slow it down to coordinate with your breath. So that was like 4 on each side. And again, begin focusing on the throat chakra and just notice how it feels. For those who are interested, I always link the lyrics to the songs or prayers that I sing in the comment section below. So just know that that's something that's there for you always. This was a hidden word in Mandarin, and the hidden word is, O son of being, love me that I may love thee. If thou lovest me not, my love can in no wise reach thee. Know this, O servants, by Baha'u'llah. So remaining your tension on your throat, just become intimately connected with this area and just see how it feels. Do you feel energy swoosh towards it? Do you feel more expansive? Now I want you to visualize the space around your throat in a circular motion, like all the way around from the front and the back, just like an air bubble around your throat. Just notice, focus your attention on the space around the throat, but not the throat itself. And then just begin to observe how your body feels. Now I want you to expand the space even further to the building that you're in, to focus like a whole bubble, entire bubble around your building that you're in. Focus on that space, that building or house that you're in, whichever, or if you're practicing outside, just pick like a random, like a general area that's quite large, maybe like 100 meters in a circular globe around the building. Or if it's like, if you need it to be more manageable, just visualize like 10 meters out, or even 2 or 3 meters out is sufficient. By focusing this way in what is usually called like an open focus. So focusing on our throat is like a closed focus. It's more like focusing on a certain point, but focusing on the space around us, it's called like open focus. This really allows us, our body, to relax and to kind of disidentify with our bodies and kind of merge our bodies with the space that is around us. This allows us to surrender any tension in our body. This is a great way that whenever you have pain in your body, just focus actually like an inch or 2 away from it, or maybe even expand it outwards, and place your focus on the space around that area of pain, but not on it. This helps to train your mind to kind of not get stuck on anything in particular. So feeling this expansiveness now, I want you to draw your attention slowly, shrink that focus as if it was like a light all the way closer to your body, and all the way to the throat. So you have like a little light at the center of your throat chakra. And while it's focusing on this, let's do another head rolls in whichever direction you may like. You might want to start with the opposite direction first. So on the inhale, we go back. And then on the exhale, we drop our head down. And you can just do this more quickly. Maybe release the action of the breath and just keep the breath regular, just however you're naturally breathing. Really allow yourself to like rotate into it. When you go down, really drop your chin to kind of massage the gland. And whenever you're ready, flipping to the other side. What you don't want to do is hold your breath as you're doing this. And while you're doing these neck rolls, I want you to keep your body stationary and just your neck moving. And notice how your body wants to move in certain areas. If there's like little kinks or tightness in the neck, the sides of the neck, see how your neck wants to move naturally. Allow it to guide you, not you guiding it, not you telling it what to do. Let it tell you, let your body tell you how it wants to move. And whenever you're ready, bringing your head back to center. And focus on your throat again to kind of regain your center. Just breathing through this throat chakra area and just notice how it feels again. So we're going to focus on the little neck muscles throughout the sides. And we're going to start with actually by relaxing our jaw first. So what we want to do here is just open our mouth and kind of release our jaw. And then what we want to do is just using our right hand to just gently push it to the left hand side. And breathe through your nose as you're doing this. It might seem very difficult to do this while your mouth is open, to breathe through your nose, but I believe in you. You can totally do this. Unless your nose is blocked, in which case just go through your nose, it's okay. But usually just drawing the attention to your breath through your nose is enough. It's sufficient to be like, wow, I can really control my breath, whether it wants to be through the nose or the mouth. Really do some deep breaths here. Last week we learned some belly breathing. So maybe that's like a practice that you can focus on as we're doing this. Whenever you're ready, just dropping your hand down and bring your jaw back to center and just begin moving it left and right and just kind of relaxing it a little bit. And whenever you're ready, dropping the jaw again and using your left hand to gently push it. Actually, just take it to the right hand side and then just hold it gently in position. So opening and then moving it. And focus on breathing through your nose. Whenever you're ready, drop your hands down and just relax the jaws again, moving it from left to right. And just begin noticing how you feel like on your jaw region, where all these muscles are kind of like all related to the neck, head, and this whole region. So we're just beginning to loosen it up from the head, jaw down. And whenever you're ready, I want you to just bring your jaw forward this time, like unilaterally. So it's like just one surface and not like going to the left or right. So just opening your mouth and breathe through your nose. So bringing the bottom teeth in front of the top. Whenever you're ready, just take your jaw back. And your whole jaw area should be able to feel more expansive, more released, especially when we chew our food. This is the region where it really feels a lot of tension. But if you're carrying a lot of emotional stress, which you're not able to digest very well, literally just clench our teeth. And so a lot of emotional attention is actually, emotional tension is built up in our jaw area. So now we're just going to do some side neck rolls. So we did the full circular motion, and now let's just do left and right. Just tilting, keeping your body in a straight position, and just moving your head left and right. Now move it up and down. And really go as far back to stretch the thyroid in the back. And then dropping your head down. Really like locking your chin. Lift your head up. Dropping your head down. Lifting your head up. Dropping your head down. And coming back to center. And so now that we moved our neck region in like a circular motion and kind of like activated the energy, usually you might feel that your chest, you're wanting to like move your chest in a circular motion. So basically anywhere that you have like a bending capacity. So just rotating your chest a little bit, like drawing a circle with your rib cage. And going all the way back and forward, lifting your chest and taking your back, arch, concaving your back. and just moving in a circular motion. So this is the chest area. You might feel like you want to burp. Letting go of gas and like tension. That's completely normal. Allow it to come and release yourself, and then going in the opposite direction. Now let's begin to actually stand up and do our hips. We can actually do our hips lower, but it's a bit more difficult. So let's actually do this while we're standing. So just planting your feet flat, and then your hips like stationary, make your feet like stationary, like hip width distance, like maybe even like smaller like than this, like feet directly where the hip bones are. You can look down at your toes to see if it matches like where your hip bones are, and just move your hips in like a circular motion. Clockwise first, and then you can go anti-clockwise. And just notice like the tightness like in your hips, hip socket region. This area usually gets really tight when we walk, and so you might feel tightness there. And just go in the opposite direction. And last time, just make sure the last few rotations are in a clockwise position. Okay, so it'll make you feel a little bit more stable. All right, and so whenever you're ready, come back to center. And just choose a point in front of you and just begin focusing on that a little bit, and just notice, put your hands by your side and just notice how your body's feeling. Just rotating all the different joint or socket regions where it can like handle some rotation in the body. And see if you're really allowing yourself to surrender in this moment to whatever is coming up, to whatever sensations that are arising in the body. Just allow yourself to choose that point and relax. You might be noticing that your body's weight is shifting onto your right heel, which is a sign that your body is centering itself into the present moment. Usually we're tilted on our left foot, on the balls of our left foot, like always rushing through life. And being on the ankle of our right side usually makes us feel more stationary and present, anchors us to the present moment. And you can lift your feet up, your toes up, and just anchor your feet to the ground so that all surface areas of your foot you can see. Let me just move this down so that you can see what my feet look like. My head might be cut off. But just like lifting up the feet like this, toes together, make sure they're aligned in the same spot. And like anchor all the feet, like the balls of the feet. This is the ball of the feet. The ball and the heel and the sides. So we want to really like anchor all the three triangular points, like the ball, the sides, and the back, the heels. So just lifting it up, and we can see that our weight, it shifts to the back right heel. And this is like a position that usually can center us. Whenever we're having a conversation with someone and we're thinking of what to express, by just shifting our weight to our right heel, we really learn how to center ourselves and speak from this point, and making sure that our spine is always erect when we're speaking our authentic truth. So just feel this posture right here. And begin bringing your focus onto your throat region. And just see what you notice here. Whenever you're ready, just relax. Relax your feet down. Just shake it out. Shake it out. And whenever you're ready, just coming back to a seated posture. So here, we're going to do a couple side stretches before we get down flat. And do some other postures. So bringing the left ankle towards the right hip socket and the right foot on top of the left. This is in shoelace pose. If this is too much for you, straighten out the left foot on underneath. But if you're okay here, I want you to come onto your palm of your hands and shimmy the knees on top of each other, and then sit back down. And just relax here. And just breathe. And see how you feel. If you would like to add some hand movements to lift the left arm up, take it back. The right arm goes to the back, and see if you can meet and let them touch each other and kind of like hook your fingers to each other. I'm going to turn around so I can show you. So the hands look like this, where you're trying to meet the hands to each other. And you'll hook all your fingers, or even your palms of your hands together, or even your wrists. You can see how far you go. This is my weak hand, so shoulders are feeling a little bit tight, but see how you feel here. And trying to open your chest. So really like opening up the chest here. So your left elbow wants to be meeting the sky. So really pointing towards the ceiling, and the right also pointing to the ground. So you have that like balance, right? And just notice here how your shoulders feel, which are all connected to the neck and the thyroid region. So this whole areas, they're all connected to each other. So allowing yourself to surrender in this posture, and begin focusing on your breath. Whenever you're ready, relax it down slowly and just begin shaking your arms about. You might notice like heat shooting down your arms. That's completely normal. So we temporarily block some blood flow, which is healthy for the body. And then for you to allow some rush in, some fresh blood flow. So relax the legs now and just shake it out. And take your hands behind you and shake your hips up and down, left and right. And whenever you're ready, like switching on to the other side. So right foot ankle onto the sit bones, left foot on top. If it's too much for you, release the right leg out. And as we're here, we're gonna do the opposite arm. So the right arm goes up, left arm goes down, and try to grasp the hands. So right elbow, you want to point it towards the sky. Left elbow is pointing towards the ground. And you want to open your chest here. Whenever you're ready, dropping the hands down slowly, unclasping the hands. One hand comes down at a time. Shake the arms out. You can do like a circular motion to just kind of like relax the arms out and just kind of do a little birdie flap. Let go, let the heat, let the blood just kind of like rush through your hands, your fingertips, your wrists. You know, everywhere is getting new blood flow. So just like open and close your hands really quickly here and just relax. And whenever you're ready, releasing your legs and begin shaking your legs and lifting up and shaking the feet. Whenever you're ready, coming back to center. So we're going to get on our knees here. So wonder if we need to warm up for this posture. Just see how your body feels. But essentially get onto your knees and your hips are right on top of your knees here. Your legs could be out, like parallel to your knees. Now I want you to put your hands behind your butt and move it forward. So your hips can move forward and your in front here. And your upper body moves back and you kind of like squeeze your shoulders together and you lift your chest up. And you see how you feel here. If you're good, you can bring one arm down onto the ankle, the other arm down, and you really want to push your forward body forward. Okay, the hips, you want to move it forward. You want to relax your head back so you really allow a neck stretch here. This kind of allows blood flow to also come to your thyroid. And this is an excellent kidney massage. Your kidneys are being massaged right now with the back bend. And just allow your chest to open. And whenever you're ready, slowly, take one hand to your butt at a time. And then slowly lift up, very gently, very slowly. And just kind of notice here how your back feels and how your neck feels. And just sit back down onto your sit bones. And just notice how you feel here. So let's come onto our stomach, where we are in Sphinx pose, where our arms are right next to each other. Our elbows are right under our shoulders, palms facing down and like really pressing into the ground and like lifting your chest up. And your pubic bones are like pressed towards in the ground, and really relax your butt cheeks. Don't tighten them and clench them here. Just really relax them. And lifting your chest up, this posture here alone gives you a lot of, this is really like a chest opener and allows your thyroid to kind of like be out and open to the world, really. It's like your thyroid is just like, hey, I'm free. I'm free to speak. I'm surrendered here to let whatever is of the divine and highest good for all to kind of come through. Whenever you're ready, just coming onto your chin, shaking out the hips left and right, and just allow yourselves to be relaxed here. Shaking your hips left and right and just continuing to relax the back. We did kind of like two relatively deep back bends. Whenever you're ready, come onto your back, flip around, and take your hands towards your buttocks, like palms facing down. So put it underneath your buttocks here, like almost like your hands are in your back, and straighten your feet. And whenever you're ready, I want you to like push into your elbows and lift your chest up so that you come up into fish pose. And your head is like tilting backwards so that your neck is again lifted up, but your elbows, you're pushing into your elbows and your hands are underneath your butt. So it's keeping it stationary there. And just allow your chest, your shoulders, your neck, your thyroid here to just really relax. And really breathe into this posture. Whenever you're ready, relax down. And you can take your hands out off your sit bones and just kind of like pause here for a minute and just really surrender to the moment. Bring your breath back to center. We're going to try that pose again. So bringing your hands underneath your sit bones, palms facing down, and kind of like your elbows are also down, like squeezing your forearms are down also. So keep it really tight down there. And pressing into your elbows, lift your chest up and your neck up and look back and kind of allow your neck here to relax. And this really allows a good stretch in the thyroid area and for you to like feel a sense of relief. It would be completely normal if after or during this practice you feel a bit weepy, or you want to cry, or you want to just like release out a lot of emotions. That's completely normal. This practice will likely do that. And then whenever you're ready, relax it down. Basically, we're essentially providing the environment for the body to allow it to release things that it no longer needs to hold for its highest good. So if you're crying now, if you're releasing emotion, that's excellent. Just allow it to flow and just breathe through it as you do the posture. You can pause this practice if you release emotions throughout. And whenever you're centered, feeling a little bit like you can continue, then continue the practice. Or you can just like let the video go for today and do it another day. So we're going to do a final twist before we go into Shavasana, into our Yoga Nidra session. Because we did a couple back bends, we always want to make sure we do a twist at the end. So here you want to cross the right leg on top of the left, feet both flat on the ground, and take your arms out into airplane mode and then twist the leg to the left-hand side. Trying to keep the shoulders, trying to keep both shoulders on the ground as you do this. And by doing that, you can push your left elbow in and kind of like twist your lower left rib cage over a bit more, scooch it a bit more so that you can bring your right shoulder down. But if it's hovering above the ground and it's not hurting your shoulder, you're okay. But if it's like pinching, then you want to prop yourself up with a blanket underneath your shoulder. And begin focusing on your breath and allow your body to completely surrender. Whenever you're ready, taking both feet, engage your stomach, bring both feet to the center, uncross your legs, windshield wipe your knees left and right, and just relax your body here. And whenever you're ready, using your left leg, cross it to your right, and then twist both legs to your right hand side. If you want to bring it to a greater twist, bring it closer to your elbows, your armpits. And if you need less of a stretch, like take it down on your knees, take it like lower. Move your knees away from your stomach. And begin focusing on your breath here, surrender to this moment. Whenever you're ready, bringing both feet to the center. Relaxing your feet here and then windshield wiping it to the left and to the right. Whenever you're ready, straighten out your feet. Relax your arms out. And then just begin relaxing into Shavasana. So grab a blanket, grab something to cover your eyes, whatever makes you feel good. And begin allowing yourself to relax. Actually, for this one, I'm going to link down a couple yoga nidras that you could do on your own, because my neighbor started to do some vacuuming, and I'm guessing you guys can hear that. I'll link it down below. It would be great if you can finish off this practice with a yoga nidra, because the body knows how to heal itself. But the prerequisite is that it needs to be in a parasympathetic state, which is like a relaxed state. So what we do is like all the things that we just opened and kind of like released during this practice, we want to then consolidate it into the yoga nidra so that your body is going deeper into relaxation, and it can imprint all the things, all the postures that you did and like into your body. So all the good jujus, you like get to absorb it. So don't skip out on this. Go listen to, I'll link several down below, depending on how much time you have, on the Alláh-U-Abhá yoga nidra practices. And just listen to them for like 20 minutes after this. it would be great to finish off your practice. Usually for our practices, we usually always end with a yoga nidra, but I think for today, I will end here and see you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoyed this practice. I hope you really enjoyed, hoping your thyroid is feeling good. And if you're feeling emotional, that's totally normal. Just allow yourself to like release that emotion. And if not, like that's also normal too. So whatever you're feeling, just allow it to be. And yeah, go do a yoga nidra, and I'll see you in next Monday's practice. Bye.